Alright, let's get started, shall we? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Tis I, the Green Leader, and today playing some Stellaris. It's been a while since I've actually played. I think it's been over 2 weeks, I think. So I am still not entirely sure what I still need to be doing with my Empire here. I kind of remember where I was last. I remember just barely exploring out this way. But beyond that, I'm not quite sure what I really need to be working on today, other than maybe just trying to get this in the positive. So that'll be the plan. Maybe trying to make friends with these guys a little more. Maybe even make a little war with these guys. So we'll decide. We'll decide as we move on. But before we get actually into it, I just want to take a quick thanks to you guys who are here already. Big Blue TV and Critically Numb. I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And no worries about lurking, Lou. I understand. I do it myself all the time, so I'm just glad you're here and hanging out, and I hope I can maybe sell you on this game, because it is a great strategy game. It's one of the few that I actually really enjoy. I've had issues trying to get into strategy games in the past. I've played Civ, I've played Age of Empires, I've played the Command and Conquer series. I mean, I've even played a bit of StarCraft. I've just never quite got the hook until this game. So this was the game that got it for me. So it definitely makes me want to go back and play those other games as well. So if I can sell you on this game, I'm gonna do my best to anyway. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the game, it is a grand strategy RTS. It is, you start out with an empire that you spawn, and then you have a bunch of options in terms of AI empires that can spawn in the universe as well. Now you can make it such that it's just one empire, yours, or you can make it, you know, anywhere upwards of 20 or 30 AI empires, and they're all doing their own thing while you're going. My dad has watched, I mean, it looks really cool. My dad has watched you play it before, and he thinks it looks awesome, and he doesn't play games at all. Really? Well, that is pretty cool to get that impression. I know. To like, my dad's the same way. He does not play games, and generally speaking, so if he's impressed by a game, you know, it's got to have something to it. So I'm sure it's the same way with you and your dad. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, so you start out with your one empire, and the idea is to. Oh my gosh! Well, see, my knee took a shower today, first time since injury. Took a pic. Oh gosh, put that in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, here's the link. There is also a link down below in my channel page information. I've got some new banners up and all the links. Okay, cool. So if you are there, I forgot you are there already. Yeah. I'm not gonna show it on stream though, but yeah, put it in there. Probably in the pics and stuff, and I will go check it out. Anywho, so you start with your one empire, and you're basically trying to explore out your surveying systems, and you're even setting up bases on different systems so you can get the resources that are in them. Now, there are two main resources that you can get in the systems themselves. You have energy credits and you have minerals. Energy credits are used for spending on stuff. It's basically your currency, your money. Minerals are basically for building stuff, right? If you want to actually put out a mining station, you need to spend minerals to do that. On top of that, you also have research. So in this one is engineering, this is physics, and there's a third as well that I don't see any readily. There we go. Society research. So those are your three researches. They lead to new technology and advancements in your stuff, basically. So these are the things you can get in system. Now, what you can also get on planet, because you not only control systems, you also have planetary information as well. So you have food, consumer goods, alloys, and any of the unique resources which you normally find here. So volatile motes, exotic gases, rare crystals, all sorts of really cool stuff. And A lot of that stuff, some of that stuff you can get in the systems, but a lot of that stuff you got to really create on your planets in order to get them. So yeah, it's a bit of like, I mean, you almost want to think of it as like you're a bit of a chef and you've got multiple pans on the cooktop and you're just trying to keep track of everything, and making sure nothing is boiling over at any given time. Oh gosh. Okay, it is there. It is there. Let us take a look at the, let's take a look at the Discord quickly. I want to see this. Oh, wow. That is pretty crazy. Ugh. To be honest, I have actually seen worse, so... Damn. I'm glad you're surviving it, though. How do I close this? No. No. I've somehow pulled out the console. Close? Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, God. I don't even know how I managed to trigger that. Nope, that doesn't do it. Nope, that doesn't do... Okay, gosh. Now I have to look this up. I've never pulled up the console command before. I've pressed Alt-Tab to move over to other programs before. I've never pulled up the console command before. Stellaris, close, console. It's the button to the left of the one... Oh, the tilde. Oh, okay. Did I hit tilde to open it? Possibility of it. Ah, there we go. That makes sense. Okay. So anyway, let's just quickly take a gander at what's going on in my system. Right now, I'm doing pretty well on minerals. I'm doing pretty well on food. Consumer goods could be a little better, but alloys I'm doing fairly well. Really, the one that's hurting me right now is the situation there. Looks like I'm getting 100% in trade, so what is going on here? This is negative. Well, let's just unpause it. See if maybe it picks up. It is not. Okay, so we need to actually start working on getting some energy credits going. And I've just gone over. Okay. I'm just over my energy credits. We need to do stuff about that. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Somebody just died as well. That's nice. Whoa! Okay, no, that just jumped. Okay, so we just needed the... We needed the incoming trade, and that fixed it. Game will sometimes scare you like that when you restart, or when you load up a save. It won't necessarily realize that you've got incoming trade. So here we go. At least we're doing well enough there. As for who died, our Admiral died. Admirals give you nice benefits for your fleets and definitely are worthwhile putting them on them. Particularly they can give you boosts like this. Evasion plus 5%, sublight speed plus 20%. That's always a nice one right there, particularly for a fleet who is pretty much trying to keep things under control on our main system. This is basically our last line of defense, our Omega Strike Force. They are here in case these guys decide to attack, and we decide not to pay them. So, that is the way it goes. In terms of everything else, let's actually see how our other fleets are going. Okay, let's actually just make sure that we've got enough here. So right now we're bringing in 29. And our pirate suppression is only 20. Not exactly great. Yeah, it's heading quite a bit. I think right now the only thing that's really protecting this is the base protection plus 7. This is actually not enough to cover it. For each corvette you have, and right now this anti-pirate force fleet only has two two corvettes. Each corvette gives you a plus 10 to your pirate suppression. And basically you want to have it patrolling back and forth along here to prevent any unnecessary pirating that goes on. Now it is kind of working. Because piracy is higher than the trade value, current piracy will decay. Wait, really? Now that's interesting, because right now the current piracy, or not the trade value is like 29. That is quite fascinating. We actually want to boost these guys a bit. We need to reinforce them. They need to be up to about 2 or 3. Before we actually do that, let's quickly go to the fleet manager, which allows you to very easily add, subtract from your fleet. In fact, actually, never mind. What I do want to do, let's see what we do have here. Anti-pirate fleet. We've got our 2 corvettes. We have 3. We do not have 3. We're gonna add, so we can actually just take from another fleet here. They need to be reinforced. Strike Force Bravo. Bravo right now. Oh, they're there as well. Okay. We're at a point where I believe, if I remember correctly... Nope. There we go. That's annoying. Our shipbuilders. Oh no, we only have destroyers. Okay. So we actually need to consider getting cruisers as soon as possible. I've been playing another game off-stream just to get in my eye a little bit better. It's the first game I've ever really gotten late game with everything, and I've come to find that corvettes are good early game, but you really need to start upgrading to destroyers and cruisers as soon as possible. You really want to do a massive amount of damage, because they are just like wet tissue paper going up against battleships and cruisers. So you really want to start moving them away from like actual battle and more into like pirate suppression as much as possible. And you know, in this case, I mean, I could even go ahead and like 4. Seriously, I could actually put out... See, but that's the max, so that's actually fine. We don't need to worry about this. Anything in which the max is less than the actual base suppression, you're fine. What matters most is just making sure your base suppression is going to be greater than your max. These guys need to be reinforced. Okay, Strike Force Bravo is actually 2 different. Not 2 different, but we can actually split them up. So let's do that. Let's actually do. We're gonna. One of these and one of those. This will be Strike Force. No, Cyclops does not. This guy needs to be moved from Cyclops to Bravo again. Let's see. Cyclops there. And then Strike Force Cyclops will need to merge. There we go. And then they'll be upgraded to 40. Well, a 40 pirate suppression. We'll also then want to actually limit his... we'll want to limit his patrol. The longer the patrol, the actual less effective the... That's interesting. What? There. Okay. couple things we need to actually do here as well. Nope. Let's go back to Bravo. Bravo. Okay, we need to actually transfer another 4 ships. 2 Hurricanes, 2 Maelstroms. Go. And okay, so he needs to be put on there. That would be the only reason to actually put... So, generally speaking, your piracy suppression doesn't really need admirals. Because generally speaking, they're not actually going to be partaking in space battles. They're just going to be fighting piracy, you know, effects more than anything else. It's just an effect modifier more than anything else. So, really, unless it's going to be a ship upkeep admiral, you don't necessarily need to even bother with them. So in the meantime, let's go to Hydra. Hydra we actually want to rename. This is going to be our anti-pirate force Bravo. And then if we have an admiral that has an upkeep modifier that is not being used, straightforward. Okay. See, here we go. Horace Griffin, he has a ship upkeep of -10 modifier. We're gonna use them. So you can at least keep these guys relatively well in check. We also need to change things in terms of what we want to... Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. What happened? Something happened, and it is very odd, and I'm now very confused. What do we build on Lyrium Prime that... Sending out 24. Sun right now is collecting all of it. Getting 100% from Kraz and 100% from Lyrium. Wow. Okay, I'm not actually sure what needs to be done here. To this point, the only thing we can do is just maybe have them going back and forth. Just have them making sure that it's down to 0, which is, I mean, it's doable. It's not like it's a bad thing. Here, this one's actually under the protection of... Oh, wrong thing. Okay, so that total base protection, or piracy protection, is 28. So, I mean, pretty good, if I were to say. I mean that I don't think we even need to worry about this because the max piracy is only 6. Is that the current piracy can go over, and it will go over as we get better with our stuff that we've got going on Lyrium. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to move this guy up here, and then we'll have him patrol from there. Let's have him patrol down to here. So that way he has less patrol, which means there's less time for him to do his full back and forth, allowing them to keep... trying to think of the right way to say this. Keep piracy down, with less time between each visit. So what we're going to do with the same thing here with Strike Force Bravo, we are going to have him first go to here. We're going to have him go here. And then we'll have him patrol... Yep. Out of there. So we'll have these 4 star systems under the patrol of Bravo, these 4 up here on the patrol of Alpha. Now Cyclops, we want to see what we want to actually do here. Oh, no, no. Cyclops is going to go merge with the APF Alpha. Okay. Now we at least know where everything's going. Now I actually want to start doing some work with changing things a bit. First things first, let's go to the Fleet Manager. Let's go back to Alpha. We need to get these taken care of. So let's reinforce them. It'll be 400. We've got more than to cover that. Just need 2 destroyers there. As for Bravo, we need to actually... Let's go back to the fleet. Wow. Alright, there we go. Need to get 3 destroyers. Monarch, the Supernova, and the Turbulent class. To reinforce these will cost us about 1,400. Kind of worth it. Just gonna go ahead and do that. And then we'll work on these as we move forward. They're getting reinforced. So is Strike Force Bravo. Omega is doing all right. I have 9, so I've got 3 of each. 14. Oh, that's why. That's where I got it from. Omega has the cruiser because that was the derelict class that we found. Interesting. So the cool thing about it is as you travel the universe, as you go through the different star systems, you'll find anomalies. System survey concluded. And when you find these anomalies, you can actually get certain pretty cool things. So sometimes you'll find ships, sometimes you'll find leaders, sometimes you'll find just random supplies that you can use. It's a really cool feature, and I just love the exploration that you find. So, pretty cool, if I do say so myself. In fact, if you see everything that has markers on it, like the 4 and the 6 and all that stuff, that means I've already surveyed it. And that means I can also go to that system and actually have a but I can have one of my builder ships here, my construction ships, actually build me a starbase in that system, which then it makes it a part of my own empire. The problem with this, however, is you do have Empire Sprawl. The Empire Sprawl, if you're not careful with this, it can actually increase the cost of everything. It'll increase your technology research costs, it'll increase the cost to actually recruit new leaders, as well as to have the upkeep in play, so you want to be careful with this. Let's see what I actually just got researched. Oh, did I get the new lasers? I got the new lasers. I'm fairly certain of it. Yep. I got new X-ray lasers. What are they? Oh, they need crystals. That's fine. Let's see what we have available. Ooh, that's cool. Does 32 damage. How does it compare to the lasers? 28. That actually might be worthwhile. Excuse me. However, it's 12,000, whereas the others, I think I'd rather do this first. That'll improve my energy credit production from the jobs that I have on the planets. I also kind of want to... So, when I first started looking into this, I realized, hey, you can actually create... you can allow these guys to automatically create stuff for you, build stuff on your planets. I've found over time, particularly as it gets into more of the late game, it actually can cause issues. Where they'll go ahead and they'll create a bunch of stuff, but some of that stuff is stuff that you don't want them to work on. So at this point, I'm actually much more interested in taking a more direct control with the different planets. Okay, so on Earth, let's actually pause it for a second. On Earth, we've got... Oh, that's right, I was moving away from food here because I'm getting so much on Alpha Centauri. Particularly with... Still at least one more that I can get. Rating 45 food, so... Really went away. So, I think what we'll do is we'll build one more city district. That'll get us 7 more housing. Right? No, sorry, 5 more housing. And then we will build another farm here. And that should get us... Oh, another 12 food. So about 6 food from each worker. I'm always wary when they go ahead and just do these for no reason. Okay, so we have 1 civilian industry, 1 alloy production, alloy foundry, civilian industries. We also have chemical plants, we have exotic gas refineries, and we have the crystals. We've got 1 of each on here, which does make me pretty happy. We can actually start working on other things. So we have the commercial zones, that gets us a bunch of amenities. We also have... Do we have research on here? I don't think we have any research facilities. Let's actually go ahead and add one of these. There we go. The Sirius 3, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We have civilian industries, research labs. Perfect. Next thing we want to actually add in place... Well, actually, the next thing we want to actually add in place is we want to get energy credits. There we go, and then we'll have 2 of each, and then we'll see how things go moving forward. Unfortunately, right now there's only 17 on this planet, so... See, and this is what I mean. If you look here, there's 3 of these sorry, not civilian, but the luxury residences. I didn't want them to do that, they just went ahead and did that. But the problem is that while it does add housing and adds amenities, it's not a lot of housing. And it doesn't produce any jobs or produce any useful things. So I would rather move these out and replace them with something else. In fact, what we'll do is we'll build one of these, and then we'll replace these with something else. So we have, right now, 1 civilian industry, research lab, alloy foundry, exotic gas. What else do we have that we can actually replace this with? Okay, so we have that, and that. We still need a crystal plant and a synthetic crystal plant. Or a chemical plant and synthetic crystals. We'll replace it with synthetic crystals. And we'll come back to that later. As for Earth, housing is already low, and that's the only time you really want to actually add luxury residences in place. Get that yet? What else can we actually do? There is a couple things we can do in terms of resources. That's the resource silos. It doesn't really do much to help us. What I like about the energy grid, what this does is this not only gives us one extra technician job, which produces energy credits, but it also gives a boost to the energy credit production as a whole. So that might be worthwhile. Problem is, we are still super low on jobs at this point. Or not low on jobs, but low on workers right now. Right now we've got plenty of jobs, not enough workers. So we are actually going to turn that down just a bit so we can get one of them moved into farming. At least we can get food production to its max. That done. Make it slightly happier here. We already have another food production there. Yeah. And yeah, okay. If we do just 5 each, so it's 5, 10, 15, that still leaves a lot of space there. 6 would move it to 18. And still allow us to get another 6, so that actually works out quite nicely. We can do 6 of each of these and still have 6 commercial residences. That is the way I would plan that out. Alpha Centauri is fully set with all the districts. Sirius still needs to be set, so 17. We want to have enough such that it's fairly equal between the 3. So if we do 3 of each, that'll put it up to 12. That'll still have 5 left over. So we can do 4 of each. And that'll get us pretty even across the board, and then we can supplement whatever we need here. The special slots here. Okay. We got our planets planned out. We have our fleets planned out. What else? We can actually just let that go now. What is not... Okay, so we have 1 research vessel there. They're finishing exploring here. Yep. Ooh, hello. Wait, whoa. That does not look like the ancient machines. Now that is interesting. Do we have it on the situation log? No, not the urbanizer. Fascinating. So I've met all the, so right now we're in 5th place. Victory has been quote-unquote disabled, but this playthrough, the victory would be either conquering everybody or being destroyed ourselves. But victory would be conquering or joining up in a federation with other people. So those are my 2 conditions for victory. That's the way I wanted to go with in terms of the this playthrough. What else do we need to do here? Okay, Bravo has been reinforced, so has Alpha. That is very interesting. These... Oh, see now, they're experienced versus Alpha. Yeah. So, the other thing you want to keep in mind, so the more experienced your vessels are, i.e. the number of battles they've been through, actually the more effective they really are. So you actually want to get them into battles fairly regularly. Preferably have them survive, right? Let's actually get Alpha upgraded. Should actually upgrade these systems as well. Okay. Everything's been upgraded. Or is being upgraded. So I should go ahead and do that.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
There we go.
Fleet enhancement
Yeah,
supplied.
you'll get a bunch of these. Wait, these are for the station defense platforms.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Let's go to our trade routes. Let's see how things are going. Perfect. Yep. I knew it was a good idea to get these in place. And because they're high enough piracy suppression, they're going to do a decent amount of damage to the current piracy value. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, there's still... Oh, really?
System survey concluded.
Really? Something's not right. Ah, that's why. That's why. Whenever you have the trade route mode on, you actually can't see the resources. You only see the actual trade routes and the trade values. Which I could actually be getting also another 4 here. But we can do that later. Okay. Cool. President reign has come to an end with their election campaign promises unfulfilled. That is because they died. It's unfortunate. Which does mean that there's going to be a new election and a new leader. He's busy surveying, which means we'll have to get him. That's fine. We can recruit one fairly easily. The real question is, who is going to be elected? Right now, it's a 3-way. Looking very close between these 3, right? Institute of United Scientists, Alien Suffrage Coalition, and Wealth Promotion Lobby. 3-way, very close tie between these 3. The United Scientists has a slight edge leading into it, but really could go either way between these 3 guys.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
And at this point, because we have to replace a leader,
System survey concluded.
No matter what, I'm just going to let it run.
System survey
Biggest concern is these 2 right here. Unathi Imbanefo and King Zhang. Because of their age, their chances of dying are increased. Kind of gets in the way of keeping your leaders up and running, if that makes sense. So it can be
Fleet
a bit of a
enhancement
pain.
supplied. System survey concluded without incident.
Speaking of which, okay, so we have this person surveying out. We have a plan for them. They are going to be moving back along through here.
Situation log updated.
Okay, he has been elected. Unathi Imbanefo. Again, the only issue is just that he's going to be... He also has a risk of dying. Let's take a look at the leaders. Can we do it this way? I was wanting to actually look at the possibility of death, but it just won't let me take a look. So let's take a look at our leaders quickly. So, okay, so for comparison. Oh, now that's interesting. His age is under 105. As I look at these two, their age is under 80. Something is up with our species. Hold on. Fascinating. So what? Oh, they got the strong moniker. Okay. Or not moniker, but now I've just I've just lost track what word I should be using there. Modifier. There we go. What does this guy have? He has the resilient lifespan. Okay. So he has up until 105, and that's when he starts possibly dying. Where'd you look at her? She's under 80. She's got a 0%. This guy, he's over 80. He has a 0.8% chance. I mean, he's... Okay. Okay, that's relatively fine. Okay. In terms of this area, so what is he actually doing? He's just doing this system right here. Let's have him survey this system. This system. Basically just go around that guy. I don't know why it won't let me. There's no route. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. It's gotta be because of this guy. Maybe they're hostile, I don't know. And what's odd is that it actually... We need to study these,
System survey.
There's no special project here either for him, which is very odd as well.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, we'll have her survey those systems. And we also need to see just how well our strike forces are doing. Alpha's actually pretty good right now. 1,300. If I remember correctly, we had... oh, man. Let's see what we can do about Bravo. So Strike Force Bravo. Oh, they need to be upgraded as well.
System survey concluded.
Wait, what? Oh, Cybrex Alpha. That's the system that has these Cybrex stations. Very interesting. Section of the ring world was once supported a functional biosphere, but no longer. Repairs are theoretically feasible, but it will require advanced technology and a large amount of resources. That is one of the mega structures that you can actually build as ring worlds. Much like Halo. I mean, to be honest, that pretty much is Halo. Let's see how our contacts are actually doing. Right now we got one friend, like real friend, and that is the Sovereign of Elven Worlds.
System survey concluded.
They're about equivalent in everything except for technology. Means even if they did have approximately similar fleet powers, I would still probably come out the victor, just because I've got better technology. They're cordial. They're happy with us. So let me see what we're doing right now. Enable trade deal, which I think is actually done now. Yeah, they don't like the fact that we are... So their imperialist nature kind of prevents them from allowing us to properly get a trade deal going. Or not a trade deal, but a migration treaty. Next thing would be to get a non-aggression pact with them, and then followed by a defensive pact. I suppose what we could do right now...
System survey concluded.
We could actually get a trade deal going. What do they actually need? So right now they have an 80% willingness to trade with us, which is nice. Actually, I don't want to give them any minerals quite yet, but we've got so much food. Hey, G, how's it going, dude? Oh. We can survive 10. How many energy credits are they willing to give us? Yeah, there we go. We can get 16 energy credits from them if we do that. Let's actually increase that to 20. Nice, more than doubles. Okay. Let's confirm that trade. All good. Yeah, there we go. Your terms are reasonable. The Sovereign Helven Worlds accepts your trade offer. Okay, and then let's go to the contacts list. Let's see how that has helped us. So I'm sure that'll actually be jumping pretty soon. Yep. Yeah, let's see what we can do about a bunch of these other ones. The Hive Mind is relatively neutral to us. They have superior economic power, but equivalent fleet power and tech power. They have their borders closed to somebody, but it's not us, so they're friendly to us at least. We can only hope that you speak for all of the United Confederation of Nations, as this vessel is the voice of every member of the Ixidar Star Collective. That is kind of interesting. They are Hive Mind, if I remember. Yep. Assault Consciousness, Hive Mind group. Let's give them a trade deal. Oh, we got some research. We got research. Let's just quickly see what we can do about getting some trade deals going here. We've got so many minerals. Let's see how they feel about that. They don't really care for the minerals. About food. They care less about the food, so minerals seems to be it. Let's go with resources, energy credits. Yeah, they're not happy with that. Playing the most confusing game on Earth. It is not confusing. If you know what you're doing, it's actually really fun. Let's actually see what we want to do here. Actually, I'm curious about the communications. Let's get some energy credits. There we go. There we go. We found it. Okay. Let us see who else they know. Okay. There we go. We received transmission from the Zoom Purifiers. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open. All hostilities between us have ceased for the moment. Okay. Interesting. They're xenophobic and spiritualist. I kid. Yeah, no worries, G. How's your day going, by the way? Hope you're having a good one. Wow, we are polar opposites to these guys. Oh, this is going to be a fight for sure. They're fanatic xenophobe, whereas we are, I believe... No, we're fanatic materials. We're just regular xenophiles. So they're direct... whatchamacallits. We're in direct conflict there. We're also in direct conflict here as well. They are spiritualists. We are fanatic materialists. That's only in conflict right there. So no matter what we say, they're gonna hate us. Quake in fear, alien scum. For your doom approaches, the Zoom purifiers will cleanse this galaxy of every misbegotten xeno-civilization that pollutes it with their presence. Earth shall burn. And we could do this. We're delighted to meet you, Zoom. So they're so not nice. We'll do this one. The way forward lies in our hands, Zoomy. And then we found another group. We have encountered alien vessels in some sunset. What? Purifiers. Where? Bull crap. They're not here. They're so not here. Don't lie about that. Don't lie about that. Where are they? That's not them either. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. They actually have quite... There's a fallen empire here, too. Fascinating. So these are the Zoom. Ah, these are the ancients. Oh, and they're xenophiles. Nice. Okay, so we have one friendly fallen AI empire. We have one very friendly AI empire. We have one mildly friendly AI empire. We have a couple of enclaves, and then we've got these guys. They are unfriendly, but they're not exactly too bad. I mean, they're only -20. That's it in terms of their opinion of us. There's the Chim Order. They hate our guts. And then you have the Zoom Purifiers. They really hate our guts. So, but let's take a look at what they got. Inferior fleet power, equivalent economic power, and inferior tech power. We could take them in a fight for sure. The biggest problem is that we have no direct path to them. We have to go through the Chim Order before we can even reach them. Either that, or we have to go through this area of space right here, which I'm not sure if I really care to do. I mean, at this point, I just want to finish surveying the area that I am closest to. I may want to start putting down some roots in this area, or this area here. But I'm really confused about what these guys are. Calf aliens. 11,000. I cannot go against these guys yet. I'd have to combine all my fleets together. And even then, it's like right now my Omega Force is 3.8 thousand power, plus the 2.3 from Alpha. That puts that up to what, 6? Just over 6k, and then this one would put it with Bravo combined. This one would put it up to just over, gosh, 7.5, maybe 8k. The problem with that is that these guys are 11k. They are all destroyers. I would need to do much better than that. There's also, oh, that's a broken vessel there. I see. There's a bunch of broken vessels here. Yeah. Not sure who these guys are. We're gonna try and avoid them for the meantime. Gosh, another dead president. Way before his... Sucks. That really sucks. New research. Let's do this. Wow, we've finished everything. Okay. Let's take a look and see what we got. In terms of physics, what do we got? We have... Right now, viable options are... Interplanetary Research Initiative, multidimensional analysis, which improves our station output for research, or we have advanced combat roles. Those are really the three viable right now, and to be honest, I kind of want this one. However, this one's also really good. We'll do that one. In terms of society research, our base capacity +2. Chemical bliss, rare technology, deep tissue implants are the latest in revolutionary overlapping of sensory engineering and entertainment experiences. Where are we going? We won't need skin. It's nice. Allows us to set the chemical bliss living standard, which I don't know if I would ever really use. I don't know the point of even having it. I like this. This one is actually one of the best right now from what I can see. It's the cheapest, and it will definitely expand our leader lifespan for sure. So let's go ahead and just do this one. In terms of engineering, we need... Yes, oh, but we've also got this as well. We've got several really good options here. I like this. This will get us an improved mineral harvesting ability. So we're gonna go with the mineral cutting beams. Again, it's the cheapest, and it will improve our output of minerals. So we'll do that. Next, poor president did not make it. Made it to 87. Fortunate. Dimension Satire, greetings and salutations. How is it going? Hoping you're having a great weekend. I know I certainly am. Are you new to Stellaris, or are you a veteran of the series? I am somewhere in between. I have played before. I don't get a lot of games though where I have. Hold on. Ooh, they're friendly. We no longer see any reason to keep you locked out of our territory. Our borders are open to you again. Well, thank you. Nice of them. These are the, this is the Fallen Empire that's up here. Did you know a darn dirty Xeno has infiltrated your science department, unless that's Grog, in which case we need to summon Superman. Okay. I'm also in between. I know the mechanics, but I've never completed a game. Yeah, I'm right in there. I'm basically right in there. I know the mechanics. I've never really completed a game. Very close to completing my first real game in a different playthrough, not on this one. This one's kind of an endless playthrough, if you will. I've completely removed the end year in which victory is achieved. So really, it's a case of I need to either make peace with everyone in the galaxy, or I need to conquer everyone in the galaxy. One of those two things. No market spam? Yeah, I don't really spend a lot in the market. I've never really used it. I don't care for it. I don't know why. Yeah. I like to keep it up at max as much as possible, and yeah. Maybe I'm weird, but I always find, like, putting stuff out to the market is, I never quite get the amount of resources or the amount of energy credits out that I could be getting, particularly from favorable trade deals with other empires. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, right now I'm just surveying stuff. I've got my... So this is my empire right over here. We're the United Confederation of Nations. I was trying to model it after the Federation. Star Trek. Bit of a Star Trek fan. I know a lot of friends don't like having a surplus of energy food, but have a large quantity to fall back. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm concerned about, yeah. Because I've had it in situations where this has dropped down to, just for whatever reason, dropped down to negative, you know, negative 90, and at least I knew with my surplus in place, it allowed me to properly handle that without losing everything.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, speaking of which, let's see what's going on my planets. Everything seems to be good.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Who was elected? Okay, Mira Ivanikova is the governor of Earth. Okay, so we need to get a new governor. Let us see how old she is. She's 76, which means she's fine. She doesn't need any... don't have any concerns of her dying anytime soon. The last two presidents died, unfortunately. It was kind of annoying. She wants mining stations built. What else were we wanting to do? Leaders. Okay, here we go. If I remember correctly, there's... oh, that science vessel's fine. That science vessel needs a leader. This guy. Or girl. Gretchen Weaver. He's on the ISS Vagabond. And right now, this person is just stuck doing nothing. So let's get them some orders. Survey there. 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 Basically just survey out the rest of these star systems that's here. And then pretty much this whole sector of the galaxy is just completely surveyed out. As for on this side, okay. Radonomir seems to have it on lock. I'm free to just let him go. Oh wow, okay, yeah, there are still a couple systems. So we'll have Gretchen Weaver just going around, doing stuff, and she sees fit. Just have her set on the Auto Explorer. Let's see here. I suppose once he's done, we'll set him on Auto Explorer as well. At this point, I mean, there's only really two directions for him to go. He can go here, or he can go here. This is the closest unknown star system so far. Take out these guys. Which also brings me back to what I was concerned about before, which is my fleet. I need to actually make sure my fleet is taken care of. Which... oh, New Balderrock. Okay. If I remember correctly, there was some sort of uprising. So, okay. New Balderrock announcement. General Paltanak here, acting military governor of New Balderrock. I am pleased to announce the end of major combat operations in the sector. At least 512 insurgents have been confirmed killed since the operation began 2 cycles ago, while our own losses have been minimal. Extra combinations to all forces involved for keeping civilian casualties at an acceptable level. Paltanak out. Interesting. It's actually interesting that you can actually block their any and all future communications. Kind of funny. Ooh. It's interesting. Our output from here, Larium has jumped 32, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's actually pull out a couple more ships. We need to actually set up Bravo. Need to get him 3 more destroyers. Yeah. I like a 1-to-2 ratio between the ship vessels differences, so we'll need to actually 2 more here as well. There we go. 6 destroyers, 12 corvettes. Reinforce will cost us 800, and we got more than enough. Wait, what? That is interesting. What's happened? Hold on, let's actually... What has happened? Farmers are good here. Ah, we are low on farmers and high on clerks, so let's actually drop it. There we go. And then on Sirius 3, again, got clerks. I always like to make sure that clerks are the last thing to actually get filled up. Let's go to Lyrium Prime as well. Yeah, we lost a farmer, we lost a miner. Okay. There we go. That should fix the situation there. There we go. Back. Wow, 42. Why so serious? Exactly, right? Sirius Prime. I'm actually surprised we didn't rename this. Oh, I can rename the planet. Oh, that's the reason why. We got this as a colony because we uplifted the species that was here. Okay.
System survey concluded.
Okay, something has also happened with our... Excuse me, with our consumer goods. We're outputting... Okay, let's actually just look at the situation here. We're losing 8 in both. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot I need a new governor here. Nope. Come on. There we go. Recruit. We need another governor, preferably one that is a crime... Okay, no crime. Okay. Building costs, district costs, and speed. We'll use this one. I like the fact that she has the research bonuses there. Okay. Let's go back to Alpha Centauri. That's part of the problem too. We have two research stations right here. Okay, let's actually change this. We have right now...
Construction project concluded.
2, 3, 4, and 5. So we can actually replace this with something else. Actually, let's go to... First. Yeah, the energy grid. We'll do that. I don't know why I did that. I just misread what I had going on there. And the next thing I would want to do is have them upgrade. How many crystals are we actually getting in? We've got 4 extra. Do that. We'll do. On Earth. 2 of these, plus 1 of the crystals. Well, we'll see how things go moving forward. Okay. Anyway, back to we're focusing on getting our Strike Force Bravo set up properly. Okay, we have all the destroyers in play. We have 9 of the 12 corvettes in play, so we just need 3 more, and then we can send them both out to go and fight these guys. Good. What we could do is we could actually have them. What's this place again? Rookbat. That's where we'll have them go. Have them stage from there. It will actually send Alpha out first, and we can have them start the fight. Let's see here, some Void Clouds for Drake. We also have those ancient mining drones there. We have these two guys right here. Sterilite Devourer and the Dimensional Horror. All horrible things, for sure. But I think we need cruisers to really go take out these guys. As I said before, the Corvettes always seem to behave like wet tissue paper, particularly against the big guys. So, need to see what we can do to actually prevent that. Wow, there's really a lot of good stuff. I suppose the Admiral Rashid Alatrash. Oh no, he's got the leadership experience gain, which I don't really care that much for. Not unless he has the ability to gain an extra level or something. In which case I'm going to go with Nag, the son of Anak.
System survey concluded.
Go. He at least has the ship upkeep. Not upcreep. There we go. I keep forgetting I need to add something else here. At Lyrium, what should we do? Ooh, actually, Fleet Academy is worthwhile. Every ship will get... Yeah, we'll do that. Alpha. Alpha moving out. Have 6 and 10. They really should be 6 and 12, but oh well. That is fine. Let's actually quickly take a look at the species. Galaxy, are there any actual, like... Yeah, okay, there's pre-sentient here. Really, there's only one other pre-sentient species. I have not met any... What? Can't go to their home world. Interesting. Maybe they're those calf aliens that I found. Interdimensional trade decreases. Interesting. The Mirror Dimension, United Confederation of Nations, reports that their economies decline due to a series of defeats to the appendages of the warp beasts. Interesting. Hopefully they will recover. Sad to hear. Oh, they've expanded out. They've expanded out. I get it. I get it. Oh, Alpha Centauri. What needs to be done in Alpha Centauri? Hold on. Pause for a second. Let's look at the population. We are super... What? We got... Who's unemployed and why? Oh, there's only one job, and it's not a specialist job. Okay, I should have actually upgraded the civilian fabricators first. That'll add 3 more jobs there, which will then fix the issue. Okay, that's fine. We already have that underway. In terms of Sirius Prime, we have that. Let's actually, before we get anything else, I do want to get more of the jobs in place first. Earth is doing fine. Would be nice if we had a couple more things here. Nope, not what I was wanting. Not what I was wanting. Bravo. How close are we on getting them taken care of? All the starships seem to be fine. Which means that there has to be a bunch of ships that are
Research concluded.
heading there. APF Bravo. It's just them. Oh, I think I know what happened. I didn't have enough to actually get... I'm just an idiot. Okay. I really like this. This will get me 1 additional housing for every city district I have. That'll pump it up from 5 to 6. Definitely worthwhile doing.
System survey concluded.
Okay, this will actually solve both the unemployment and the consumer goods issues that I have right now, so that is good to go. Varium Prime, do we have? No. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and upgrade this.
System survey concluded.
Actually, again, I don't want to do anything just yet until we've got all the jobs filled. So we'll wait. We will wait. Ocean World. That's
Construction
species that
project
could do
concluded.
Ocean World. So what is going on here? Oh, interesting. Fascinating. Hey, P2 Sniper, how's it going, dude? How's your day going? Nothing wrong with you lurking, by the way. Feel free to lurk as much as you like. Always like my lurkers. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we have an ocean world. Humans can colonize it. I don't know why.
Construction project concluded.
Oh well. The next one I would want to actually
Research
colonize would be
concluded.
Lyrium C. And just because it's
System
got
survey
25
concluded.
slots on it. Research concluded. Yes. Perfect. Let's see, what else can we do? We have the amoebas, which I don't necessarily care that much about. We have habitability. Fleet command plus 20. Oh, I didn't even recognize. Yes. We need to get this straight away. Moment you first see this, you need to actually get. I'm right now 62 over, so we need to improve that for sure. Kind of want to actually start moving out down here as well. There's a bunch of stuff here that we got. So let's actually go ahead and our 2 construction guys, we can get them heading down this way. And in the meantime, we can have the guy that's closer go ahead and set up an outpost here. Oh, there we go. They're fully reinforced now. Let's have them head out to Rukbat and have them get ready to go and fight these guys.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, so let's do this. Research that.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded. Horizons expanded.
Okay, perfect. We had this updated, which means we no longer have any unemployment to worry about. Let's go back to here. Let's drop 2 of these clerks down into technicians, and then all back up. Let's go to Series Prime. That's fine. There's still 3 more jobs that needs to be filled.
Research concluded.
Ooh, more research. Nice, the advanced combat rules. Now, what is next? We'll do this one, the ion disruptors. Let's actually speed this up a little bit. It's gonna take a while for everyone to travel to where they need to be, so we'll just get it to its fastest speed. He is done, so let's set him on auto. No, actually, never mind. Let's not set him on auto. Let's have him go. No, let's actually have him go and explore down here. Void cloud there, but that's fine. We're gonna have him survey these systems here. Okay. The unique topology of Xenia 1 neatly divides the planet into innumerable district biomes, microclimates that interact only in subtle ways seemingly engineered to sustain neighboring climes. Science officer Gretchen Weaver strongly suspects advanced terraforming techniques at work, but few clues remain regarding the process itself. Its effects, however, remain plainly visible to Gretchen Weaver and the ISS Vagabond's crew. Fascinating. Ooh. She has a new expertise, New Worlds trait. Cool. Let's go take a look at her. She has the New Worlds, i.e. for the Society research. Very cool. I don't know why this dropped down.
System survey concluded.
Oh, no, it dropped because that's right, I increased a bunch of stuff. What's the acuity do? Oh, he's done. We can go here, survey that system. Just basically get the few remaining systems that are unsurveyed. Okay.
System
Yeah, we're just
survey
gonna have to.
concluded.
We need to actually upgrade this starbase into an actual starport. That's what we'll do. Nice. Scientist leveled up.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded. Horizons expand.
These guys actually do. It's 15 corvettes, basically. And these guys are 10 destroyers, so... there's that as well, unfortunately. This, we've got 6 destroyers, 10 corvettes. Yeah, I really do want to wait now.
System survey
Before I
concluded.
actually, do anything else. Where else do we actually have? I remember there's a... Yep, there we go.
concluded.
So where else can this science ship actually go? Ah, okay, okay. Good find. and there's our Bravo fleet. Unfortunately, these guys are all relatively untested, so
System
we'll have to
survey
see how
concluded.
things go. There's a couple of experienced in there, but not a lot. Who died? Poor scientist. Okay. New scientist, then. Unfortunately, they all have to be research scientists, not actually exploration scientists. Oh, hello. Greetings, humans. These are the Orisian Ancients. We understand that your empire has come to possession of a cache of data containing the brain scans of an extinct species, taken from the very world they once inhabited. Even though your species is still too primitive to utilize this data, we laud your efforts in preserving the last remnants of a once vibrant civilization. And as part of your species preserve... as part of our efforts to conserve and catalog endangered species in our Endangered Species Preserve, we wish to take this data and use our cloning technologies to bring a small number of this species back to life. Will you share it with us so we can fulfill their last wish together? Yeah. We'll make a copy for you. A pop of the long dead... Am I reading that right? Bernathi species will be created in the Orisian Endangered Species Preserve. Orisian Ancients will be pleased and may show us favor in the future. Let's do that. I don't see any reason not to. Unless maybe the Bernathi are somehow...
Research concluded.
Aggressive.
Construction project concluded.
Okay. In the meantime, scientist died. That's right. Get a new scientist, unfortunately. Okay, we'll go with the youngest guy, Gaston Paquette. Oh wait, where is this guy? Come on. Oh, there he is. Never mind. No. He does not need to be exploring. He needs to be assisting in research. That's why he's here. Nope. Never mind. Never mind that. Assist in research. There we go. There we go. He's assisting research. Oh, New Balderach. This is General Paltanak, military governor of New Balderach. I wish to address unsubstantiated reports claiming there has been a resurgence in rebel activity in this world. Let me tell you now that nothing could be further from the truth. This planet has been fully pacified, and all subversive terrorist elements have been fully rooted out. The citizens are once again productive members of the greater Dathnak nation. Paltanak out. Interesting. Oh, and I missed it. There we go. That's what I was wanting. Ooh, a governor gained a trait. Has become more experienced, but with his experience has come an increase in stubbornness. The governor has become quite obdurate and is having difficulty accepting new ideas. Zhu Hu. Take a look at the governor. Okay. That's fine. Ooh, yes. I like this just because it's a definite increase in defense platform hull. So, yeah, we're doing that straight away. Okay, who is not doing anything?
System survey concluded without incident.
Go to Auto Explorer. Actually, by the time he gets there, he will be... Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yes,
System
and we added
survey
that.
concluded.
Where are the other construction vessels? Or are they all? Yeah, they're all there. They're all there. So, I'm going to pause for a second. We're going to have him build the mining station and the research stations. We're going to have this guy come out here, build a starbase outpost, and we're going to have this guy go here and build a starbase as well. By the end of today, I hope to have this whole cluster right here taken care of. Everybody else is working, doing what they need to be doing. It's all great. And here we go. Now that we have our fleets in place, I have them go to battle. Here we go. Let's see how well this works. Strike Force Alpha has encountered a significant ancient mining drone presence in the Plum system. It appears to be a major mining and mineral processing hub, perhaps the last of its kind in the galaxy. Sure it is.
Initializing
I love that as that's the response. That's the response that the game decided to give me. Slow it down just a tad. Oh, hot damn. Oh, that's no good. Everyone's got, well, okay, maybe not everyone, but there's a lot here. Not only did these two decided to get in play, but so did these guys. Well, see how things go. The real question is, yeah.
Construction project concluded.
How much damage can we take before I need to have these guys retreat? And we're doing a bunch of damage, but unfortunately so are they.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, we need to have them retreat. Retreat. Thank you. Retreat of Strike Force Alpha from the recent battle in Plov. System seems to have hit Admiral Hana Ishii hard. Hana Ishii has resolved never to quit the field again, being intent instead to fight to the last in next engagement. Interesting. Okay, 2 ship casualties, but no ship to loss. That's fine. I am fine with that. Admiral Nog, son of Anak, appears to have grown distant and depressed since his defeat in the recent battle that took place in the Plov system. The officers under his command report that the Admiral no longer performs his duties with the same gusto as before. Unfortunate. Let us quickly take a look. Okay, so 2365. Wow, that's over a year. 14 months before we'll finally get them back. And I can't even look at their... Let's take a look at the leaders quickly. That is not good.
Construction project concluded.
I mean, she's got unyielding. I mean, that at least does something, right? Improves ship hull points and improves weapon damage, but hinders combat disengagement chances. So that's never good.
System survey concluded.
Let's quickly take a look at our planets and see what's going on. They're doing alright. They're doing alright. They're doing okay. And they are doing okay. Kind of at this point, I'm very interested in actually removing some... I don't know why these are automatically built. It's just unnecessary. I mean, particularly at this point, there are so many clerks very soon going into, what's the word? Hiring a bunch of new clerks, which would then allow us to very easily improve this, our amenities. So, I mean, there's no need to have these in play. So, yeah. The Sun Station, let's see what we can do about defenses. I don't even know what needs to be upgraded here, but we'll do it. Same with Lyrium. Same with Kaz.
Fleet enhancement supplied. Fleet enhancement supplied.
Okay, they're moving. They're moving. As are they. And he still has actually
System
plenty.
survey concluded.
Yep. Let's quickly upgrade these here. In fact, actually, with everything, I probably should go and change everything out. So Bravo. Surprisingly, we only lost one destroyer. Unfortunately, we lost 3 Hurricane Corvettes and 1 Maelstrom Corvette. Sad. Very sad. Okay. Okay, these guys need to actually build up the mining stations there. These guys need to build the mining stations there. And then we need to have this guy move to the Big Kahuna. And look at that. 7 energy credits, 3 minerals, 4 engineering, and then 1 moat even. So yeah, we are going to have him move there, get that star system, we'll get all that stuff there. I need to actually get some better stuff. At the Research Institute. Although, yeah, that's actually the most viable right now. Okay, we're 3 months out, and then we'll get our ships back. Man. Oh, I didn't realize this is actually not connected here.
Fleet enhancement
Fascinating.
supplied.
These were actually connected. Apparently not.
Construction project concluded.
Oh wow, we finally reached our limit. Sovereign Heaven Worlds, and... oh, that's not good. They're close, and they are... oh man, that is no bueno. What's going on here, dude? That is never good.
Research concluded.
So their opinion, plus the fact that they're cordial, definitely helps to get a non-aggression pact going there. Their inferior technology really doesn't help them out. Okay. See what new tradition we can actually pick up here. Okay, we can get that. That's the one that gives us the extra job. Specialist outputs increased by 5%. Buildings and districts have their building cost reduced by 10% and build speed increased by 15%. Man. Let's do that. Means we'll just have one more. After that, so we'll have these two that are left. And the real question is, what do we do? Domination, discovery, or harmony? Because they're all pretty good, but they're all, in my opinion, they're a little lesser in terms of what's available. Like this one gives you clear blockers, stuff with enforcers, versus from workers and slaves. But we don't have any slaves, so that really doesn't matter. Workers are fine, but I mean, ruler level cap increased by 2. That's all right. Capital buildings and housing buildings provide one addition. See, now that's pretty cool. All governing buildings in our great empire shall be monuments to the state, looming over the populace to inspire obedience. Colonial viceroys. Governor level cap increased by 2. Privy Council, ruler level cap increased by 2. Interesting. Okay. Discovery, that's going to do with research. Survey speed. Research output. Research alternatives increased by 1. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this one better, actually. This one's about food. Governing ethics attraction by 25%. Pop amenities usage reduced by 10%. That's actually not bad. Takes time for unemployed pops to demote to a lower stratum. It's reduced by 50%. Okay, that's not too bad. Leader lifespan increased by 20 years. That is really nice. That is really nice. Ship build speed increased by 33%. Ship fire rate increased by 15%. That's pretty cool as well. Okay, I'm not sure anymore what I need to be doing in terms of those traditions. There's lots of good options there, and we finally got our level. Our administrative cap increased. Nice. What do we have here? Ah, see, now this one's actually worthwhile. This is the one that gives you the ability to improve your farming production. I'm gonna do that. And then we need to get the game actually moving again. And then this guy, he needs to go here, survey this cluster. Move down this way. There we go. Do I actually have any gateways or any wormholes? Interestingly enough, I don't actually see any. As for the Chancellor's mandates, additional mining stations have been constructed. Fantastic. Now who's sending? Oh, great. The rivalry is mutual, so that's nice. See what we can actually do about the Chim order. They're already unfriendly with us. We did something good for them, right? We actually helped them out with the literary savior. We found some ancient text, gave it back to them. They're happy with us for that. They like the fact that we've got xenophile diplomacy, but they hate the fact that we're materialists. And because they're fanatic spiritualists, we are infidel unbelievers. So that's no bueno. Nice. Repairs complete. Love it. Love it. But they need to be reinforced. I already saw that. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, actually, they need to be upgraded first. Which, again, brings me back to what I was wanting to do before we got started. Upgrading and things. Every once in a while, it's a good idea just to go ahead and clear a design, and then do an autocomplete again. See what is best here. Well, sometimes it'll do weird stuff. For whatever reason, instead of choosing the X-ray lasers, which is a nice boon, it goes for the ion disruptors. Yeah, it's good for shield protection, but I mean, the amount of damage it actually does is very low. Right? It only does basically 2 damage per cycle, whereas this does 4.5. And that's already shield, penetration, and hull damage. So I like doing that. Of course, what does the plasma do? Oh, see, that does 10. See, the plasma accelerator seems like a better option to me. Right, let me just do this. Just to... See, now that's interesting. Four versus 10.
Research concluded.
Very interesting indeed. See, something's not right here. This is lying to me about the average damage. Okay, we're doing that. Saving it. Calling it good. Closing it. What happened? Ah, we need to do research. Okay. Yes, I've been meaning to get that for a long time. Holy cow. Oh, but see, those are 2 really good options as well, right here. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and do that. We need that mineral purification plants, just because it does improve the output of the actual minerals as well on a planet. Anyway, back to the ship designer. Okay. That was the Maelstrom. Let's look at the Hurricane. Clear the design, and then we're going to autocomplete. Really? So this one says it's doing 13. If we clear the design and do the autocomplete, it's 9. Okay. As an experiment, let's actually see. That's the swarm, which is the picket. Let's actually see what'll happen here. Save this. Yes. Let's actually look at the comparison between the two. Let's go to the fleet manager here. Oh, hello. Humans, your species is most worthwhile addition to the galactic community. As a token of our esteem, we have decided to bestow on you a generous gift of valuable minerals and resources. Well, we graciously accept. Wow, 1,500 and 500. That is quite nice of them to do. Unfortunately, I've already reached my maximum goals, but still, that's pretty nice of them to do. We're going to do that. Thank you. 5 here. So in this case, the Hurricane is less. Maelstrom is definitely improved.
Research concluded.
Which again, the Hurricane, if I remember correctly. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's gone down. So we're going to clear that design. Actually, the auto. We are just going to do these two. The ion disruptor, but the... there we go. 3.8 versus, well, the 10. It has the 10, but it's lying to me about the 10, so I don't trust it. So we're saving. Yep. There we go. Oh wow, that was quick. Habitability allows us to change the preferred planet type of a species through genetic modification. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I necessarily want to do it yet, but it's very cool to find. We'll do this one. The gene crops. Food from farmers. An additional 10%. We'll do that. Let's go back to the fleet manager. And then we need to increase this to 6. Increase that to 6. We're going to upgrade everything. Oh, before... Hold on. Forgot. I need to do the same thing with the ship designer for the destroyers as well. I definitely prefer one more, or an even amount between shields and armor. There we go. Definitely prefer X-rays here. X-rays and railguns. There we go. Railguns. Come on. There we go. Okay. And what do we have here? Picket class.
System survey.
Yeah, probably would be best for as a picket class. I mean, the longest range thing we have is 40, 50. Whereas the picket class goes to a range of 30. So we can hit things from while we're even approaching their line. Whereas in this case, the advanced, the line would drop in a range of 50, and that's way too far. What is this one? Artillery. It's a range of 80. Yep. No, that's all looking good. That's good. That's good. Good to go. Save it. Yep. So that is the turbulent. Let's take a look at the supernova. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. What does this actually do? Just ship hull points plus an extra 10%. That's armor points plus 65. Okay. Let's clear it. We're gonna update that. No, we're gonna put the X-ray here.
System survey concluded.
I just like the regenerative hulls. It helps to improve. Just it allows it to heal over time on its own. We're gonna save this. Yep. And I'm missing things as well, but we'll the Monarch class as well. It's already kind of where I wanted to be anyway. Like, there's not really a lot else we can use. But whatever these things are not exactly set up nicely. Like for in both games I've played, these are grayed out, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna have to look that up. Why the plasma accelerators are always grayed out. But beyond that, I think everything else is fine. Yep, this needs to be a line ship. Yep. And then the Supernova is our artillery ship. Wait a second. Why is it on... No. This needs to be artillery. Yep. Okay. Now we have everything set up. Right, this is our line. This is our picket. Then I believe both Maelstrom. Swarm gets in as close as possible. Picket stays back a little bit. And change it to that. Interesting. We'll leave it at that. We'll just call it good. And then we need to then upgrade all of our ships. Yeah, that should be good to upgrade. You should be good to upgrade. And you guys need to be upgraded as well. Yeah, we'll just upgrade everything. Once they get taken care of, then we can get them back into it. Speaking of which, how's our trade routes doing? 39? They actually need to be reinforced anyway, so we'll have to take a look into that later. Let's quickly take a look at our planets. Actually, before I take a look at the planets, let's take a look at the technology, everything's set up. Yep. Now let's, nope, take a look at the planets. Yep, they're all doing pretty well. I do want to see... Yeah, I don't think we actually need to worry about it quite yet. Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, how are we doing? 4 more jobs still left open. Ah, here we go. Sirius Prime. We still need... Well, okay, so we're... have no extra jobs, so we actually need to start getting some stuff in. First thing we're going to hit up is Alloy Foundries. And then we will...
Research concluded.
And then we'll do agriculture, minerals, and that. And then finally the city district itself. Okay, our trade deal with them is done. Perfect. Okay. I love this. There's the cruiser right there. That's what we need. Space torpedoes. Not bad. There's also the flak cannon. How long will this take? 124 months? So that'll take 2 years. Less than 2 years. 2 years. It'll take just over 2 years. Under 3. I don't know how to improve this, that's the other thing. I mean, we're already at 8,000 of the 36,000, so we're a third of the way there. Sorry, not quite a third, about a fourth of the way there. And there's some other stuff I'd rather do. I'd rather actually get the cruisers going right now, so let's do that first. Then we can get other things going. There's that. Let's see how these guys are going. Okay, he needs to build the mining stations. And then he needs to build the research stations. In the meantime, we can then have this guy come down here, build an outpost here, and have him come and build an outpost here. Ah, here we go.
Supplied.
Let's get a shipyard and an anchorage. And when we upgrade them to a starhold, we'll then get a trade hub and something else. We'll also set up crew quarters here. There we go.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
We're very close to leveling up. Go to my fleet manager. Let's take a look at Bravo. Still needs to be reinforced, as does this guy. Okay, how much to reinforce him? 700. How much to reinforce this guy? 500. Okay, we'll do that first. 1 destroyer and 2 corvettes. We can worry about the rest later.
Research concluded.
Nice. Oh, that is cool. By harnessing the entropic nature of null void, this beam can actually destroy energy. That's cool, and it's a rare technology as well. Ooh, that's a cool find. The only problem is it's really weak. It's good against shields, though. Holy cow. It's really good against shields. That actually might be... Ooh, that's actually... That's a cool find. We're going to do that. We are definitely going to do that. Hopefully that has a further track I can actually research. 400 damage against shields. I mean, even just putting 1 on there would do a lot of damage. Right? I mean, I could just put this, like, 1 and then have all the rest be the lasers. That would do really well. Oh, interesting. He went to Kraz to go get upgraded.
Construction project concluded.
And in the meantime, these two actually need to be reinforced as well. Go now, he'd be up to 6. Same with Bravo.
Construction project concluded.
Election underway. Okay, whoever is in place right now, I'd rather have them get re-elected than losing a scientist. To be one that's as formidable as he is. So we are going to support her again. Just under 45. We'll support them again.
System survey concluded.
55. Okay,
Construction project concluded.
Interesting.
System survey concluded.
Vagabond. He's actually there, assisting in research. Okay.
Situation log updated.
Yep, perfect. Awesome. Great and spiffy. Factions all seem to be fine. The one who doesn't really like us is the wealth promotion lobby, but I think that's because I won't restrict wars to be defensive only. Which means I can't declare war, but I can defend myself, if that makes sense. Just don't want to restrict myself in that case, or in that way. Research output board, okay.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
You know what she needs to build? Research stations, and then mining stations. He needs to build a mining station, and then we'll have him go from there. He's right now in the middle doing a bunch of stuff. Actually, how many built? Is it just the one? Ooh, there are actually 2 stations here. How about for here? Just the one. Still, that's 3 of the 4? Oh. Yeah, that's 3 of the 4, and then the next one, the next couple, I should say, would, we'll have him move down here and grab that system, and then he has at least one, yep, 2 stations there, so more than enough to fulfill the mandate.
System survey concluded.
Through hard work and experience, scientist Shan He has developed new skills. Love it. He now has the roamer trait. Cool. Where is Shan He? Nope. 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 There. Oh, sorry. It's a she. She's paranoid, but she does have the roamer trait, so survey speed is up.
System survey concluded. Horizons expanded.
And there is a certain point in which I would need to, I need to start moving a couple of these scientists back into the, back into the systems that we have and have them assisting with research at that point. Because we're very close to actually having all, pretty much, of the systems in the galaxy surveyed. Not sure really what else there is to do once that's accomplished, in terms of the scientists that we can be doing, or we can be having them working on. Interesting, why have they not built there? Okay, he's done, so we're gonna have to move here and build a starbase there. How much to reinforce? 400? Yeah, we can do that.
Construction project concluded.
Nice. Means he is done. Have him go here. And, okay, actually we don't want to have him build the starbase yet.
Construction project concluded.
Still working. We can actually move this guy here. Have him build that starbase. Yeah, research output stations will be nice. Tachyon sensors. Ooh, that's the next level in sensor technology. Interesting. We'll do this one first. Be a decent boon to have the research station output increased by another 10%. What do we actually do here? Hold on. Trader Enclave Station Class, but who is it? Zeracorp. Okay. Something we can actually do with certain enclaves who are in our territory. Interested in strategic resources. Nothing for now. Goodbye. Requires this Oh, we don't have... I see. We don't have enough of a opinion with them, but we're very close. We were at 47. If I remember correctly, there is something that we can actually build in our starbase. Speaking of which, this guy needs to be upgraded. As does he. Maybe it's here. Yep. Maybe. Ah, yeah, here we go. The Curator Think Tank. By constructing a research facility entirely focused on learning from and cooperating with the curators, we're able to make significant contributions to our scientific progress. Produces 5 physics, society, and engineering research. It's kind of cool. Thing with the art college. Basically the same thing. Produces 10 unity. Oh, that's cool. Black Hole Observatory. Also cool. I haven't even looked into half of these options. I don't spend a lot of time looking at the stuff. Nebula Refinery. Ooh, that's cool. Has to be in the nebula, though. Okay. Did I miss something? Rebuilding stuff?
Construction project concluded.
Let's take a look at Lyrium, see what's going on here. They are not. Built 1 destroyer and 2 corvettes. Very odd. Oh, I see. We don't have enough. Okay. Sirius Prime, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing what I told you. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore that. Lyrium Prime, how are we doing here?
Construction project concluded.
Nice. Okay. A couple things I want to take care of. Oh, that's right. We still need at least another 3 more jobs to build. Sirius Prime. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Construction project concluded.
Okay. What on Earth? How are we doing here? Yep. Not sure what next to really do here on Earth, other than maybe upgrade this. Can't upgrade that, but maybe we can replace it. Let's you do that. There is a better thing we can do rather than that. We can use a food processing facility that actually increases food output.
Horizons expanded.
That I think is what we'll do. And the next thing we'll do is we will also add a... Well, okay. We won't do anything else quite yet. Got Unity there. 1 Unity item. No Unity item here, so... Next thing we'll actually build here is a monument. Yep. Autochthon monument. What does this do? Okay, let's see what we got. Food processing centers. I believe that's the next step up. Ooh, hello. But are you... Ooh. Doctor, not as evil, is raiding for party of 2. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the raid. How is it going? How are you doing? How's it going? What were you streaming? I'm curious. Okay. Anyway, back... Oh, Paradise Dome. What does this create? +6 housing, +10 amenities. Raid! Yes, indeed. Raid, 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 raid. And the Chen UK, welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you guys are having a great night, or great afternoon, depending on where you are. I know I certainly am. Playing some Stellaris, never can really go wrong with that. Streaming a bit of Stellaris, perfect. Another Stellaris streamer. Like you have returned after a few weeks off, I know, right? Yeah. I've finally, well, not finally, but I mean, I now finally know what I'm doing again. It always takes a while though, right? So, for you just joining me, I am playing as the United Confederation of Nations. Basically was trying to model it after Star Trek, right? So it's meant to be like the United Federation of Nations, you know, Star Trek. I had created a couple of other civilizations as well, hoping that they would spawn, basically, you know, the Vulcans and the Romulans and Klingons, but I have yet to see any of them. I do have, however, a couple of randomized nations that have spawned, which are pretty cool. So far, we have 2 enemies over here. We've got 2 friendlies. One in particular is a pretty good friend over here. These 2 are fighting, which doesn't help me at all. So it's been an interesting playthrough so far. Okay. Speaking of which, I need to decide what I want to do next. Fine, we'll do the Stellar expansion. It's cheap and it'll give us another 2 star bases. And they are working. They are working. Yep, everyone's doing stuff. Perfect. He is not actually, so let's actually get him building stuff. Mining stations away. That's right. City district. Food processing plant. Perfect. And then it's just a matter of time. See when these guys are actually going to do something worthwhile. Oh, also, I forgot. I need to actually get these guys trolling again. Let's get these 2 going. So, Alpha, if I remember correctly...
Concluded.
Let's get rid of Bravo. Alpha was patrolling from... Okay, he's patrolling from here. Right. Oh, gosh, I lost him. There it is. Patrolling from here, and then he needs to go from there out to here. Bravo, on the other hand, he needs to patrol from here. Yeah, he needs to patrol from here. From here to here. Yeah, man. There. Nope, nope. No. No, 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 no. Cancel that. Bravo. Going here. There we go. And you need patrol from there to there. There we go. That's what I was wanting. I actually need to reinforce them as well, but I don't have enough alloys. And I do have alloys on every planet, but I do need to increase things, or at least upgrade things. But before I do, I don't want to actually flood the market with specialist jobs until we start getting all the basic jobs filled. Particularly on Sirius Prime. Yep. Okay. Oh, and who died? Who died now? Poor Admiral Hannah. Let's get a new admiral going. Oh, I like this guy. He's got the Trickster. Emergency FTL damage risk down by 15%. Combat disengagement chance up by 25%. I like that. Let's go ahead and recruit him, and we'll put him in charge of Strike Force Alpha. You know, in the meantime, we can actually get him some experience. Let's get Strike Force Alpha up here, and we'll just demolish these mining drones. Oh, and I should probably actually get time moving again, shouldn't I? Okay, so he's building stuff.
Construction project concluded.
He's not doing anything. Have him build research station there. Have him go there and build another starbase. Very close to finishing up the last. So I'm just trying to expand out and grab these few bases right here. Basically just finishing up this cluster. And we'll just have one hyperlane out. This one will be a sticky one, but we could actually... The next one I would want to do is this sector right here. We're increasing it from one hyperlane to two, but that's alright. It's not too much of an issue. And we could eventually combine it with this one right here. Okay, let's just make sure, yep, everything's looking fine on the planets. Construction's all looking fine, Alpha's moving out. We should probably consider...
Construction project concluded.
How much to actually upgrade these guys? Or not upgrade, but reinforce.
Anomalous readings registered.
We've detected something out of the ordinary on this arid planet. It seems to... like somebody has been here before us. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool find. There's no... Wait, what? Oh, thank you. Oh, the current site finds this anomaly hard. It's level 6. Which means that they can't do it then. It's fine, leave B for now. Okay. Let's look at Bravo. Just needs 2 more Corvettes, and then he'll be up to snuff. Which, let's just go ahead and do that right now. We got enough to reinforce him. Next one we reinforce will need to be Alpha and then Bravo. Earth is getting very close. Oh, interesting. So people are immigrating out. Oh, overcrowding. I see. But, I mean, none of the populations are declining, though. And everyone seems pretty happy. Overall, our approval rating seems to be pretty good. So, I mean... yeah. Well, that's interesting. These guys have different appeals. They're xenophiles. This guy's a pacifist. These two are xenophiles as well. So there are 10 of these guys. That's pretty cool. Always forget you can actually go and look at all the settings that are here, or not the settings, all the different pops. You can actually see like what their different, what their factions, what factions they belong to, what you know, what species they belong to, what in terms of their. 'Cause you can have different settings here for what their beliefs are. He's a xenophile. They're xenophile. They're egalitarian. It's just interesting to see the different settings here. Where's Alpha right now? Okay, let's actually just increase the speed in the meantime.
System survey concluded. Construction project concluded.
Nice.
Construction project concluded.
Nice. Wait. Oh, Lyrium Starbase, okay. That means Bravo's actually fully ready to go as well. Oh, no, that's... They're more experienced, that's why. That's why. Let's have him go to Yuba. Let's actually have Alpha go to Yuba. Let's have Bravo go and get a little successful fight underway. What's actually... Oh, I see.
Construction project concluded.
I see, I see.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, he needs to build another mining station. He needs to move down here and build another outpost. Colonel Robzak reporting, acting military governor of Baldorak. I must regretfully inform the galactic community of the demise of my predecessor, General Paltanak. After being lured into a dastardly ambush by rebel forces, the general gave his life in the finest tradition of the service. State funeral with full honors will be held at the successful conclusion of our current offensive against the rebel strongholds. Rapzak out. Interesting. The Daphnax are not having a good time with their colony. Yeah, he's working. He is not working, but he needs to get those mining stations set up.
Concluded.
Research. Yes, we finally have our cruisers. Okay.
Next
on the list. As much as I would like this, I really want to get the advanced railguns. So, that's what I'm going to take. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot I have the void... Oh, okay, hold on a second. Forgot completely about this. Yes. Okay, it's a drop in 2. But they have a massive amount of shield damage on them. I mean, they do 400% damage to shields. which take the average damage, multiply that by 4. Quite effective against anything that has shields. I'm gonna save that. Yep. So that's the Hurricane. Maelstrom, I don't want to do anything with. Again. Really want to get that Void Beam on there. Placing it one of these. Oh, no, let's replace the small. Just because just even on a small, it does a massive amount of damage. So, we'll do that, and it won't be as much of a hit to their damage per cycle. Yeah, okay. Saving that. Yep. That was the Monarch. Done the Turbulent. No, we've not done the Turbulent. Okay. I'll do that in a second. Kinda actually don't want to touch these. This one's fine. Do 5. They're bad against armor, but against hull and shields, they're average. So in this case, let's actually just replace it with one of these null or void. Small null void beam. Save that. Yep. Okay. And then we will go ahead and like we already have our nice. We already have our pirate patrols in play. Perfect. Okay, back to it. They'll just have to get upgraded. We next have them back at the home base. So
System survey concluded.
Holden system has been fully surveyed.
Concluded.
Let's actually go out.
Construction project concluded.
Where's he going next? Okay. What about him? Where's he going next?
System survey concluded. System
Master, he's
survey
doing
concluded.
research. Okay. Still doing that. The Diligent is there. Void Cloud there. Okay. Our construction vessels are done. I don't necessarily want to do anything yet until I can reinforce these two. So they need 316. So I will do that. Also go back up to my planets. I'm sure I'm just about ready now. Yep. Okay. Alpha Centauri. They are not quite ready. Sirius Prime is definitely not ready. Okay. On Earth. We're gonna upgrade
Construction project concluded.
this alloy refinery.
Research concluded.
Nice. Okay, what next? Actually not bad. Chip
Research
upgrade cost down by
concluded.
20%. I like that. Those are two really good options right here. We'll go for the ship upgrade cost first, and then if this is still around, we'll do that one next. In terms of physics, advanced research complexes might be the best thing for us, so we'll take it. And then we gotta keep going. Stability -2. What's my stability here? Oh wow, that's actually not bad at all.
System survey concluded.
Empire capital gives it a +5, 72% population approval rate, +13. Effects by high stability. Yep.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, still gonna take him. Oh, really? Okay. Still 200 days. This guy, he's about 70 days out for Alpha. I think what we'll need to do is we'll need to come in from Yerba, which is exactly where we are right now. And then we can have him move into Plov.
Concluded.
Okay. Which gives me another... Wow. So that took it, if I remember correctly, it went from 6 to 15?
System survey
if I remember
concluded.
correctly. Oh, not the decisions. That's what I was wanting. Thank you. Yeah, 6 to 15. The next one I want to work with is Alpha Centauri. We're one away. I don't mind now upgrading here. Sirius Prime. Oh, they're way a ways. Hello, hold on. Zoom what? Ah, there we go. We got a fight on our hands. Just like to slow it down for these. Ah, they're not being very friendly. Ludicrous bear apes. Your attempts to hide your repulsive fluid secretions are mocked by all finer species, and your vanity is the hallmark of an inherently ugly breed. Not very friendly. But that's fine. We can expect that from them. Speaking of which, we should actually be working with our contacts here. Let's see what we can't. We can't form an integration pact yet, but they are very close to getting it. We're one away. They are right now rivals with Ixar. That is just sad. They have inferior everything. I don't really want to demand vassalization. Distance is a big thing, yep. If we were a lot closer, we could probably demand it more easily, but right now we're so far away, it really doesn't matter. We don't want to insult them, they're friends. So we want to keep that friendship alive. Offer them a trade deal. In fact, let's actually see if we can't get some resources. Oh gosh, not this. Not this. Oh gosh. This is the one and only major bug I've seen in this game. If you've seen others, please let me know. But the one that I seem to get relatively often and one that seems to bother me a lot. When you're in this trade negotiations screen, for whatever reason, the resources of your opposition here always seems to, well, not always, but I mean every once in a while we'll do this, where instead of expanding properly, it just like judders back and forth. We have the lowest here. Rare crystals. Let's see if we can actually buy some rare crystals from these guys. No, 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 no. No, that's the minerals. There's the rare crystals. Great. We don't need the volatile modes. We'll give them some energy credits. It is unfortunate, right? Everything else seems to be really well maintained, but that's just one of those UI bugs where, like, the other bugs that I've seen are fairly minor and doesn't really take you out of the game. This is the only issue that I've had where it's like, this really just takes me out of the game. I don't know what causes it, and I've had trade negotiations with them before in which they did not have any issues with this happening, so I don't know what may be causing it, but it is frustrating to say the least. Okay, so if we give them 10, okay, even 1 is they're not happy. Okay, what if we do, say, 100? Nope. Okay, I thought maybe it might be... Excuse me, maybe it might be worthwhile to do it, but apparently did not work. Okay. In that case, we'll just be friendly. We'll give them some energy credits, some minerals, and some food. In fact, you know what? Let's even just give them 1,000 energy credits. We have more than enough to spare. And we can give them 1,000 food. There we go. And that's just a nice gift that'll improve our relations. A fine gift, humans. You have our thanks.
System survey concluded.
Okay, here's the fight. Here's the fight. Slow down a little bit. Now let's speed it up just a smidgen. So far, in terms of the fight, we seem to be doing pretty well. I don't see us losing anybody yet. We're still 6 and 12. Shields are a little low. The only one that's really dangerous here is this ISS datum. He's running a little low.
System survey concluded.
But I don't think we've lost a single ship yet. Nice. Nice, and then they will actually heal as well, and that's a nice thing about having the regenerative shields. Let's make sure they have it. Yep, regenerative hull. Excuse me. Daily hull regen +1, daily armor regen +2. So even for people who have low health, they can at least get healed without having to go back to a station. And then in the meantime, we can have them go here. I don't know why they would do that. It would be considerably better if they went here, then here. Okay. Speed things up again. And along the way, they'll get healed as well. I mean, they don't have to even be stationary in order to get the healing effect. So, it's a pretty cool feature that they have. Let us see, what else were we trying to... Oh, wow, Wow, that's pretty cool. They've expanded out quite a lot. Ooh, enigmatic fortress? Oh, that is interesting. Okay, let's actually pause it quickly. Yes, they are very happy with us now. Means we can form a non-aggression pact. Awesome. Nice. And I kind of want to get... Let's get their active sensor link. And again, we'll pay them... Oh, wow, we're already maxed out again there. Nope, not communications. We'll give them an active sensor link. No, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll also give them... Just to be friendly, we'll give them also 1,000 energy credits. Okay. We cannot see what either of us would stand to win from a war. We agree to enter into a pact of non-aggression. Love that. And then, yep. Seems like a fair deal to us. We accept. Fantastic. And now we can actually see what is actually in here. Enigmatic Fortress. I'm probably not even saying that correctly. And then some void clouds.
System survey concluded.
Interesting. So their sensor link does not allow us to actually properly... Oh, that's fascinating.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, and they're still on their auto explorer.
Construction project concluded.
An Alpha Centauri, not sure what happened. No, that's right, I upgraded that. That is correct. On Earth, we are still doing fine. Let's actually drop two of these clerks so they can go be technicians, and then there we go. Once we're done with that, we can then move back to... Let's see, Alpha Centauri's doing alright. Again, drop a couple clerks. Have them move to technicians, and then we increase it that way.
System
Sirius
survey
Prime.
concluded.
And it's relatively, whatchamacallit, relatively equal between the three, so I don't mind just leaving it. Delirium Prime. Oh, and they are very close, so I can actually consider doing something else here. We have... Okay, we're going to upgrade this. Get the increase in civilian industry, so that'll jump it up from 12 consumer goods to 30 per month. One of the reasons why it's actually worthwhile to, instead of building multiple, just build one and just wait for wait for a time where you can actually upgrade it. Because normally when you upgrade it, it more than doubles what it can produce. So having multiple actually isn't as worthwhile unless you're really trying to get a bunch very quickly.
Research concluded.
Hello. Some more research done. Nice advanced research complexes. Ooh, now that's pretty cool. Planetary shield generator. We're gonna go with the planetary shield generator. We can deal with that later. Yeah, we'll get this now. We can deal with the reactor later.
Research concluded.
Ah, it's about time. Oh, that's nice. I don't want to do it quite yet, but that is nice. Robot assembly plants. No, I don't really care for the robot workers. Ooh, yes. Now this I care about. Glass steel armor. Level 3 armor. Definitely well worth getting. Speaking of which, I do need to actually... That's a lot, though.
System survey concluded. System survey concluded.
Okay, okay, he has no orders. Let's actually get him moving. Void clouds there. Something for another empire to deal with. We'll have him actually go this side. Survey this area over here. Actually, let's do that. Survey that system. Survey that system. Cutie's still doing there. The Vagabond is still moving in that area as well. The Ambassador is assisting in research. And the Diligent is around here as well. Okay. In the meantime, we actually need to have a couple things done over here. You need to have all those mining stations set up. Go. You need to have this guy come over here and build an outpost here. And we'll have him build an outpost here. It's just unfortunate that there's no colonizable planets for me. Yet, anyway. This area. Okay. In the meantime, let's see how things are going with our friends, the Hive Mind here. I don't want to guarantee their independence. Maybe I can just I'll just give them a gift. If research agreement is not good. They're about equivalent in every way except for their economy. I'm not sure if I can really improve my situation with these guys.
Construction project concluded.
Wow, they are pathetic at this point. This might actually be an interesting find. We could actually... I mean, we could demand vassalization.
Construction project concluded.
Unfriendly attitude. We could try and do something to try and improve that, but I'm not quite sure what I would need to do here.
System survey concluded. System survey concluded.
Suppose I could guarantee their independence, and then give them a bunch of nice trade deals. That would be the way to go. Okay, he's there. He needs to build some mining stations there. Oh, that's interesting. Cibulon refugees arrive. A flotilla of civilian transports carrying Cibulon refugees from the sovereign Helvan worlds have arrived in our space. They have been allowed to settle on Lyrium Prime. Oh, cool. These unfortunate outcasts were forcibly expelled from their homes by the Helvan authorities. They have been traveling from system to system since then. A desperate attempt to find new homes before the last of their dwindling supplies were used up. Wait, did they? No, that's interesting. Did they? I'm trying to understand just what happened. They didn't defeat the Cibulon. I know that much for sure. I have multiple refugees here. Flotilla of civilian okay, first of all, let's deal with these. Yeah, I mean, well, there's nothing else I can do about them, but I find that fascinating. A flotilla of civilian Gan Lorev refugees from the sovereign Elven worlds have arrived in our space. They have been allowed to settle in Lyrium Prime. These unfortunate outcasts have forcibly expelled from their homes by the Helvan authorities. They have been traveling from system to system since then in a desperate attempt to find new homes before the last of their dwindling supplies were used up. They're welcome here. And that's because we're xenophiles, it just automatically allows refugees to come in. Let us take a look then at Lyrium Prime. How many pops did that actually give us? There's one Cibulon worker and one Gan Lorev worker. Okay. It's a good thing I had so many extras. I mean, it was only 2, but still, that's pretty cool. I like that. And the cool thing about having new species is that does actually mean that we have the ability for... Oh, he's another continent reference, so never mind. Never mind. Not quite as useful. I do like this, though. Extremely habitable. So I don't know what that means, habitability. But what does that mean in terms of his preference? What is the Sebulon preference, then? That is fascinating. Well, that's fine. Let's see who can go where. Let's look at the expansion planner. That is just crazy. So, literally, that is fascinating. He has no preference. He has zero preference whatsoever. That is just insane. Let's see if we can actually do something about... Create a template, and we give him... No. In fact, what are the systems that I have? So, Tundra, Tomb, Arid, Alpine, so that's another cold preference. Alpine and Desert, cold and hot, Arctic. I don't know. I have no idea. These guys apparently have no preference, which makes it... No, not the leaders, but the species. Yeah, these guys actually have zero preference. Nope. Not what I was wanting. And I can't actually do anything to change anything, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. In the meantime, I forgot completely that we've gotten our 2 strike forces to where they need to be. So we're going to have them travel to here. There we go. Yep, we're going to have Alpha take the lead. Currently set to encourage allied fleets to follow this fleet. Can take point, and allied fleets will attempt to follow it. Oh, yeah, we want it to take point. Want to see how well this battle's going to go this time around. There we go. We triggered those 2. Nice. Dispatch the last of their ships. And they'll take out this mining vessel. And then pretty soon these guys will get involved. See, it's the station. That's what's 2,000. Okay. There we go. Station's down. Let's get these guys upgraded. Four destroyers, another 4 coming in there as well, which is unfortunate. Wow, I don't know what else we hit. Oh, we've triggered the big station, that's why. I kind of wish there was a way to actually select ships or select different fleets and have them focus on specific fleets in general. Because I think that's my one complaint about the space combat, is just that you can't actually specifically say, hey, focus on this fleet or focus on this pack of ships. You just have to hope that your commanders will do it just automatically. He's actually doing surprisingly well. He has not lost a single ship yet.
Fleet enhancement supplied. Fleet enhancement supplied.
Who are these guys? Hold on, hold on, hold on. They're not showing up as... I have no idea what's going on here. They're still flying around like they're doing stuff. That is so... Oh, maybe they're... That is very interesting. I mean, we're still doing relatively well.
Research concluded.
Love that. Okay, cool. Just gonna close that. We're gonna wait until after the fight to deal with him.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Let's actually speed things up just a smidge, shall we? Just a normal speed now. So at least this way we can see everything a little better. Yeah, there we go. We have destroyed the mining drone base and managed to recover most of the stores of processed minerals. Untold riches! My goodness, 12,000. Absolutely fascinating.
Construction project complete.
Oh, speaking of which, hold on. Oh, crap baskets. How long is that going to last? 7... Hey, who is the closest scientist? Who is indeed the closest scientist? How long would it take for him to get there? It would take him... Amazingly, it would take him enough time. He would have just enough time to get there. Now, what if we were to send this guy instead? Take less time. I think that's what we'll do. Meantime, we need to actually get this guy back to what he was doing. Which is not doing that, but surveying that system, and then that system.
Construction project concluded.
That's actually pretty crazy. So we only lost one destroyer. That is awesome. We defeated everything else pretty handily. That is awesome. Which, in that case, let's actually just have them return to base. Let's go into Lyrium. These guys too. I'm sure by the time they get back, they'll actually already be healed. In terms of research, what should we be doing next? Paradise Dome. Food processing centers, that's the next one up. Command matrix, ship fire rate plus 5%. Ah, now I really want this, because the habitability modification is definitely worthwhile for the Sibulon guys. We can get them at their own preference. Should then allow us to get some more colonization going on. So we'll do that.
Construction project concluded.
Nice, nice. Let's actually head back down to that area again. Oh, perfect. Build that mining station there. It's pretty awesome. Hey, Buck, how's it going, dude? Yeah, we've actually expanded out quite nicely this way. I think the next area... Oh, a little messy here, but I think the next area I want to take over is this cluster right here. Take over this cluster of stars, and then we'll move into this area after that and meet up with this section here. One, but not two. See, the one thing I kind of want to do here is I want to actually upgrade this to a defense or not a defense platform.
System survey concluded.
I want to update this to a star hold.
Construction project concluded.
So that we can then
System survey concluded.
basically have a very...
System survey concluded.
Wow. All those systems concluded. And let's see what the science vessels are doing. He's working on that system. She's working there. Oh yeah, that's right. He's heading off to go on that time project. He's working there. Diligent is working there. So all good stuff for sure. And then he's heading back. That's right.
System
Both heading back. They'll
survey
be
concluded.
probably repaired by the time they finish getting back. Oh gosh, hold on. Pause. Ooh, did I screw up? Oh, did I? They're good. There we go. Brava and Gannon. Where's Gannon? Alpha, Gannon. There he is. There we go. And then we merge the two fleets. So I'm an idiot. Didn't mean to actually... There we go. And return. Okay. And then we got the fleet manager. Didn't want him to have frickin' 6 destroyers. There we go. Okay. What I was trying to do before that happened, trying to consider a couple things. Oh, that's right. I was actually wanting to see. Let's get rid of the one of these. Who? Okay. What's he have? He actually doesn't have the regenerative hull. That is. Yep. That is it. That is the problem. Explains everything. Like, why is he not repairing? Because he doesn't have the right equipment to do it. Okay. Bravo. Yeah, same with Bravo as well. Just that Monarch. Supernova has it. Monarch does not. So does the Turbulent. I need to actually change that then. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Just check to see where we are. It looks like we are 5th place right now. Wow, the next one up from us is the Ixar Star Collective, and they are considerably bigger. They have more pops, they have more colonies, they even have more systems, so something we're gonna have to work on. There we go. She's ruling from Earth. We're gonna go ahead and support her. There we go. What is next for this guy? Yep, engineering research for sure. And that makes sense. Okay. Need a new scientist. Who do we got? Oh, I like this. Util, son of Debe. Let's recruit him. Put him in charge of the Diligent and put on Auto Explorer. There we go. He should continue on back where Shenhe was moving. That's fine, that's fine. Nice. And that should be fine. Yeah, 51%. Actually, hold on. 1 second. Situation log. Yeah, we've already completed the whatchamacallit, the mandate of the president from last time, so we should be good moving forward. And okay, but he's getting pretty close to getting up there. Let's quickly take a look at our planet, see how things are going.
Construction project concluded.
Oh wow, I didn't realize this. We're actually missing a couple things here. Research labs.
System survey concluded.
Nice. Nice, she was reelected. Okay, start with Earth. Starting with Earth, what needs to be actually be done? We have 2 alloy foundries. We have 2 alloy foundries, 1 synthetic crystals, 2 of these civilian fabricators. We don't have any of the other manufacturing spots, so I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna get not the crystals, but the exotic gases. There we go. Get one of those going. And I'm not sure what else we can do here. We can work on this, but that would destabilize us slightly. Well, okay, hold on. I suppose what I could do, I could replace this and then upgrade this. Okay, so we have, that's exo gas refineries. The problem is we need, yeah. We need more housing though, is the problem. Although, hold on. Can I not upgrade this yet? Nope. If I remember correctly, in one of the tech trees, we can actually upgrade. Yeah, the Paradise Domes. I think that's an upgrade from the actual luxury housings, so that would actually increase it from 3 to 6. Okay, that would be the next thing we do after this. After getting the habitability modification. Okay. There we go. In terms of
Research
this
concluded.
planet. Okay, new research, new research. Proton launchers it is. Wow, that's a nice... Yeah, that's a very nice one right there. Okay, anyway, what I was trying... Alpha Centauri, what do we have here? We have the crystals, we have the gas refineries, we have the crystal chemical plants. Awesome. And they're only 2 away from getting a better... we need actually amenities now. Let's actually get a holo theater in here. 2 amenities jobs, but the nice thing about them is that they produce 20 or 10 per, rather than just the 5 for the clerk jobs. Sorry, not even the 5, the 2. Only 2 amenities per clerk job. That's interesting. Whereas the holo theaters produce 20 amenities, so let's actually go ahead and do that. Alpha Centauri. It also produces Unity for us, so that gets us closer to our next tradition. Sirius Prime. Low on amenities. Again, that's just a bunch more clerk jobs. How does this one work? This one gets us to culture jobs. It's a society, research, and unity. But if we go with the holo theaters, that gets us unity and amenities. And that produces entertainer jobs, which is actually a better
System survey
setup.
concluded.
So I think we're going to do the holo theaters instead.
System survey concluded.
Let's see, on Lyrium Prime... Oh, we are right at our limit already. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 1. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. We have an exotic gases, we have the synthetic plants, we just don't have the chemical plant. That's what we'll do next, and then we'll also add in... Right now we have 4 farms, 5 mining districts, and 3 energy and 4 city districts. So we'll get one more generator district going. There we go. Nice. All the planets working together. Apparently all the way back. Speaking of which, we need to actually reinforce these guys. Let's go ahead and do that. As for this base, we want to upgrade again. Get it to a starhold. We also want to get Sirius Prime set up as a starhold as well. Oh, not that. Ah, there's our next tradition. Nice. Okay, this is the one we wanted. The city districts provide 1 additional housing, so that'll take it from 6 to 7, I believe. There we go, and that'll help out with the housing crisis on Earth. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, each one produces 7. Awesome. So that helps out quite a bit. Which actually means we can go ahead and replace this a lot sooner than I thought. Nope, let's keep it running. Where's the Sirius base? Nope. Here we go. We need to upgrade that to a Starhold as well.
Construction project concluded.
There we go.
Construction project concluded.
Meanwhile, where are these guys? Oh, they're just about back. Yeah, they're getting... Yep. They are getting reinforced, which means they're... Their pirate suppression works out nicely. And I didn't realize, actually, I think the pirate suppression actually works with the base as well. Okay, interdimensional trade increases. The Mirror Dimension United Confederation of Nations reports that their economy is booming. Contributing factors mentioned were our portal trade, as well as recent victories over the Warp Beasts. I like that.
Construction project concluded.
Trades. Let's take a look at, let's go to our contacts, the only person I have any trade deals with. Yep. Oh, other way. Thank you. What are we trading with them? Ah, the active sensor link. I forgot about that. Wow, they've expanded a lot. Like, a lot.
System survey concluded.
They used to be just over here. And now they've actually expanded out quite a bit. Minor mandate. I'm not quite ready to actually start moving out yet with the mining. Let's actually go ahead and get our construction ships moved back to here. Interesting, taking the long way. It's fine. Okay, oh, he's there, he's researching it. How close is he? I just want to see what he gets here, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do next.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
Nice. Gamma lasers plus 10%, research plus 40. Engineering, nice. Okay, and then let's have him actually survey the system. Go. And this whole area will be surveyed. Oh, and then he should actually go here as well and survey that system.
System survey concluded.
And we need to reinforce these guys. I just need one more destroyer, and they're good to go. And then let's just quickly take a look at our trade routes. Hello. Means we're gonna have to create another pirate force. But there's 0. We have 0 going out, so that's fine. Yeah, they're still getting upgraded. as are these guys.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, they're upgrading to a Starhold. Really? Okay. Oh, let's select this one. Oh, okay, they're outputting 23.
Concluded.
Which right now there's... Well, okay, there's not really a lot there that we can do, but...
Construction project concluded.
Max there is taken care of by the sun base and base protection. Max here is even taken care of by base protection, so we don't even need to worry about having any trolls going there. Okay, which then... Yeah.
System survey concluded.
That actually reaches us to our end right here, actually. I need to call it quits for the night. I've got some other stuff I need to take care of. And, need to spend some time with some family, so... that'll be it for me tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Just a couple quick shout-outs. Thank you to... Scooters... Dr. Not As Evil, or actually, sorry, Scooters, Viking Princess 1, Big Blue TV, and the League Esports for all the auto hosts. I really do appreciate it. Thank you as well to Dr. Not As Evil for the raid, which is slightly different than an auto host. It's him actively coming into my channel, raiding me. I do appreciate it. It really does help me out. Thank you so much. Also want to give a shout out to the people who are still hanging out in chat. Big Blue TV, Tay Puck, Hellscream 108, Imp Bravo, JC Denton 007. Thank you guys for hanging out. Do appreciate you guys being here, even if it's just lurking. I got nothing wrong with that. I always love my lurkers. So, couple things. Twitter. Well, first of all, if you've been enjoying the stream, please consider giving me the follow. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out. Also, if you would like to keep track of when I go live, Twitter and the Discord. Those are the two best places to see when I go live. I'll always announce there when I'm going live. I will also, on the Discord, I have a schedule up that has everything out for the week. I'll normally try and put my schedule up a week in advance, basically. Basically on a Wednesday or Thursday, I'll put up my schedule for the weekend and the following week. So that's normally what I try and do. Lastly, if you have missed any of the Stellaris streams and you would like to actually see what else I've done, or like to see how I started, my YouTube, I try and put up all my VODs there, where you guys can go back and watch and see how I started with, say, Stellaris, or how I started with Hollow Knight. And from every game I play from now on will be on there as well. So my Skyrim playthrough is not there, but anything after that, or moving forward, I should say, will be there. So that's it for me. Have a great night, everybody. I will be back tomorrow with some Hollow Knight. Hopefully finishing up the last couple bosses before we move on to the end of the game. So that's it. Have a great night, and hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Later, everyone. Actually, before we go, let's actually set up a raid. There's actually enough of you guys here for me to go ahead and do that. Let me just see. Here, let's actually get it back to the Stellaris screen so at least you can see me talking. Let's see who is live that I can go ahead and route you guys to. I think what we'll end up doing is we'll end up checking out and seeing if there's another Stellaris stream going. We can keep the Stellaris love alive. Stellaris. Let's try and find somebody who's English as well. There we go. Okay, we got Bart Moss. Okay, he's playing a modded version of the game. Looks to be kind of interesting. So let us enforce our peaceful ways. Very cool. And he has a whole mod list set up as well, which you guys can go check that out. So I think that's where we'll go. Just get it taken care of. /raid. There we go. So yeah, please go check him out. He looks to be an interesting streamer, and of course, as I said, he is playing Stellaris, so that is in itself a worthy enough reason to send you guys over to him. Okay, see you guys around. Later, everyone.